Hi everyone, it's Trish and welcome to week 4 of my road to Ironman. This week, or this past week that I just went through, was pretty nuts and pretty insane when it came to timing and time management. So I thought that this week I would focus on and give everyone 5 tips on how to manage your time when you're going after your dream. And this could be in everyday life, or it could just be a particular week in which you have a particular crazy week and you are time crunched. So here we go. Have a little guy here shooting at me. Okay, so number 1 is going to be to review your plan. So that means you should have a plan in the first place. If you guys remember my vlog from week 2, I did put together a pretty precise plan on what I wanted to accomplish every week in hours and also for the month and where I wanted to be. So that way I can look at every month going forward and know exactly where I am in comparison to what I had planned. Number 2 is to look at your schedule. So if you know your particular week you're going to be away, or you know that it's a crazy week coming up, look at that schedule, and it just may be that you have to do some things a little bit differently. Instead of waking up at 7 a.m. or 6:30 or whenever you wake up, maybe it's got to be a little bit earlier. Maybe it's got to be a 5 a.m. morning. I did that a bunch of times. That's what you might have to do, or do a late night session. Just look at your schedule and fit it in. If you really want to do it, you'll find a way to do it, and it just may mean something that you're not used to. Okay, number 3 is going to be analyze. Now that you're going through it, now that you're actually going through it after you've done your scheduling, you may have to just analyze the situation and make a decision. I'll give you an example of this. On Sunday, I had a particularly insane day where I was at dance all morning. We had an hour and a half in between dance show and then a trampoline competition. Now I could have easily said, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go, I have an hour and a half, I'm gonna go and work out. And on any normal day I would have, but the day before was so exhausting, I was still pretty exhausted from that I knew if I had pushed myself, that I would have gotten sick. So I think I'll take that one day off instead of having to take a whole week off because I got sick from pushing myself too hard. So just analyze your situations and make sure that it makes sense for you. Okay, number 4 is to be efficient. You have your plan. Now make a plan for each day. Should kind of know what you're doing every hour, every couple of hours, and just use every minute wisely. There's so many people who just they're on social media, be it, Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and they're just wasting precious time. But just make sure that if there is a goal that you want to go after, that you're using every minute that you can wisely. Okay, and last tip number 5 is something is better than nothing. So what do I mean by that? What I mean is that it's so easy, particularly if you don't have a plan in place, which brings us back to 1, but having a plan in place makes you really drive forward to get that goal. So even if you just have 15 minutes, it's so easy to say, oh, it's just 15 minutes. It's not enough for me to work on that book that I want to work on, or it doesn't give me enough time to do, to train or do anything or whatever. It's so easy to come up with an excuse for that 15 minutes or half an hour than actually go and do it. I mean, the other night, I was just maybe half an hour shy of having a 2-hour workout for my day. So what did I do? In the evening, I bought some time and I said, listen, I just need half an hour. Can someone help me? They did, and I did 37 minutes on or I think I ran, or I was on the bike. Can't remember exactly, but nonetheless, it was 37 minutes. Who cares? It's just go and do it, okay? So something is better than nothing. Doesn't matter if it's 15 minutes, half an hour, go and do it. Okay, and that's it for my 5 tips. Now I'm gonna quickly just go over my week, because I have to, this is also my vlog and my diary, and I have to figure out how I'm doing. Okay, so here were my totals. 15 miles running totals. That was 3 runs for the week. That was it, but 2 of those were 6-milers. So I'm really happy that 2 of them were 6 miles. And not only that, but I swam twice last week, so I'm super excited about that. I think I probably did just over 2 miles in those 2 swims. But hey, I started swimming, so that is really awesome. I'm now officially doing all 3 sports, and I'm a triathlete again. Okay, and then biking, I did 45 miles. And my total of everything was just over 6 hours. It was about 6 hours and 15 minutes. Not really where I want to be. I want to be more like 8 to 10 hours now. Okay, so I've got to, you know, just like I gave you guys those tips, I've got to listen to those tips, and I've got to, you know, now take some time in the evenings or wake up a little bit earlier to get an extra workout in. Because, I mean, look at this, 45 miles on the bike for a week. Well, guess what? That's going to have to turn into 45 miles on the bike for the day, including a run or a swim on top of that. So I've got to up the ante a little bit. Okay, that's it for this week, everyone. One thing that I've really noticed that I need to start doing is working on my core. So there's been a lot of articles I've noticed on Twitter lately from other triathletes saying core work is so important for your swim and your run and just for and bike, everything. It's just so good. I'm going to start in the evenings doing sit-ups and push-ups. Just okay, guys, see you later. See you for week 5, and have a good one. See ya.